All right, y'all. We're back again. Here another one. And I think we all know about this guy here, Fleece Johnson. Man who was in prison and got a lot of notoriety for saying, he was basically a booty bandit. You know what I mean, in the prison, right? He was the booty Debo, right? So, you know, uh, this is him, right? Now, I want to. I'm bringing this guy's up to say something because we've been seeing this a lot out here in the streets of the YouTube streets where somebody will tell us or show us what they are, and we'll still deal with them like, well, that was then, this is now, but they telling you that this is how they roll, right? So when something happens, when you and then something you see how you already see how they roll, right? So you got to just be like, okay, I see how you roll. It's not about making somebody feel bad, right? It ain't about I'm gonna make you feel bad because you don't roll like I roll. No, 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 no. You see, you observe and adjust. That's what you do in this life. When you dealing with people and a person, they seem like they are all right, and then they do something crazy or they do something that you feel like, wait a minute, I thought you was a solid person. Now you done did this situation. What's going on? See, but there's really no need to investigate. They're showing you what they're gonna do, right? Especially if they get upset, they're gonna show you what they're showing you what they're gonna do. So when people show you what they're gonna do when they get upset, you listen to them. You watch what they do. I watch how a person roll. I watch what they say, but what more importantly, I watch how they roll because, and then I really see what they do when the pressure hit them, when they get in when they get in a little pressure cooker, and how they roll after, how they respond to that kind of pressure. I know because I'm the kind of person where I'm gonna respond a certain way under pressure. I'm a tried and true person that been under a lot of pressure, so I most of the time been pretty solid under that pressure. So that's what I'm looking for, because I don't want to entangle myself in a situation where someone is not gonna handle that like that, right? They're gonna handle it. They're gonna handle that pressure like crazy, man. They're gonna go bananas, right? So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And then, unfortunately, you know, uh, we can get hooked up in marriages like that, business relationships like that, romantic relationships like that, YouTube relationships like that, right? Where you know somebody shows you exactly who they are, and we just be like, oh well, that's just them. That's just how they are. I'm still gonna roll with it because that's because you haven't experienced the pressure that's out there. But once they experience that pressure, then you really gonna see what you dealing with. So the good example of that is Mr. Fleece Johnson, who is married at this time, right? Now he said up front, this is what I'm about, this is what I'm about, and a woman still married him. Then when he threatens to do what he knows, when he just says, I'm gonna just be myself, the woman's like, oh, I'm gonna divorce you then. You knew this man was like this already. You saw it, but see, a lot of times we say, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna be with him anyway. I'm gonna be around this person anyway, right? Because you think, man, they ain't doing whatever they doing in front of me, so they must be solid. Not always the case, man. We all do stuff that we don't want other people to see us doing, right? Come on, man. Let's just be real. We all need to work on that. But I'm saying when you see somebody like, and you see how they For example, when you take a woman out and you take her to dinner or you take her to a restaurant or whatever, and she's really obnoxious with the wait staff, buddy, sooner or later she's gonna be obnoxious with you. Sooner or later. I mean, you see how really crazy she is, and she show you that to let you know. See, there's a reason why women do that. There's a reason why a man does that, something like that, because they want you to get a glimpse of what you're walking into. They don't want to tell it to you verbally. Hey, I treat people messed up. You know what I mean? So you might catch a stray every now and then, right? They don't want to say it that way, so they just show you. And if you stick around, then they say, "Oh, okay." Well, and then they just, proceed to increase the tension on you, right? So anyway, we're gonna listen to a little bit of Fleece Johnson and his pleas, not to us, but to his wife. But I don't think his wife is listening. I don't think he is. You see, to be in a marriage, man, you got to respect certain things. To be in a good working marriage, you got to respect certain things. What's a good working marriage, Clarence? Because marriage, just like any other relationship, it take work. There gonna be good times and not good times, right? But people out here saying, "Oh man, if you ain't happy 24 hours a day in a marriage, you ain't in a happy marriage." And it's always people that ain't married saying that, right? Or people that selected poorly selected somebody that they were not equally yoked with, and now the pressure spotlights that unequalness in thinking and in boundaries. They're the ones that they say, "Oh, the marriage is, if you ain't happy 100%, you ain't happy, and you ain't in a happy marriage." What's a happy marriage? A happy marriage is two people trying to deal with the problems that come along with being married. Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you not so happy. That's reality. Oh no, Clarence, you gotta be happy all the time. Man, single people ain't even happy all the time. Single people ain't happy all the time. Who's happy all the time? Come on, man. You okay? Somebody's happy all the time. Let's go find Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny too, right? Come on, it's not the reality. Sounds good, man, but it's not the reality of the situation. Anyway, let's get to Fleece Johnson and what he thinks about his what he wants to do and the impasse that him and his wife are having.
Hey, Fleece, I'm gonna ask you a question. It might be I ain't even gonna say it's personal. It's personal, but I've had people ask me this. I know you're married now to a woman, but do you miss prison?
No, I miss booty. That's what I miss, booty. Yeah, I'm married now, out of here. Pussy this, pussy that, all that shit. Nigga, the first piece of sex I had was booty. I went in, don't forget, I went into prison, man. I was in jail at 14, turned 15 in jail, hit prison at 16.
Whoa. And now this is another thing, man. We as black people, man, for some reason we do this, right? We wear stupid stickers as badges of honor, right? Stickers of stupidity. We wear them as badges of honor. I was in jail at 14, turned 15, turned 16, went right into prison. Like that was a good thing, right? Or somebody did it to you. No. In most cases, you did it to yourself. You did something that put you there, right? You see, it's a thing, man. You think you can walk around and do what you want and ain't gonna be no consequences. There's always a consequence to whatever you do, right? The universe said, like Einstein said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? Paraphrase, right? We can't be out here expecting nothing gonna happen, right? So you put yourself in jail probably, unless you're gonna tell us something different. But you put yourself in jail by conducting yourself in a way where the people had to come and pick you up and put you in the place, right? Okay, so that's your fault, but the way he's being described is like, oh, this happened to me. I was walking down the street and this just happened to me. This ain't Jim Crow slavery where they just pick you up out the street. In most cases, 99% of the cases, this ain't. They got to do it more sophisticated, and they do have a very sophisticated game now. But ain't nobody just pick you up out of the middle of the street and say, well, time to go to jail, Negro. Here we go. No, you must have did something in most cases to bring their attention to you, right? All right, so let's get back to Fleece Johnson because I just want to make sure that we know that going to jail, going to youth authority and all that, it may seem like it's cool, but it's really not. If you talk to the people that been through it, after they come through all that, they have issues. Like this man got issues, right? All right, so let's continue.
I growed up in the penal system. Ain't never had the first American virgin, as you can call me. But when I got introduced to some booty, hey, it was fire too, boy. Made me close my eyes, man, when I came. But I'll tell you what, I like booty. And yes, my wife would see this. But I not really told her, honey, I love you. And she knows I love her. And I never cheat on her, which I won't. But I tell her the truth.
Famous last words. I'll never cheat on you. Those are some famous last words. If somebody tells you, I'll never do this, you better watch them. You better watch them real good. You better watch what they do, not what they say. Watch what they do. If somebody tell you, oh, I would never cheat on you, but I really, really want some booty. Well, one thing I know about most people is eventually desire will win out, right? Desire will win out over morality, right? At some point, if you really, really, really want to do something, and the only thing stopping you is your moral standards, eventually you will lower those moral standards for yourself, make a justification, and then move in and do whatever you want to do. We see that every day, right? All right, so let's get back to Fleece Johnson, man. Fleece Johnson said, I told my wife I want some booty, right? All right.
I miss booty. And she don't do the booty thing, but that's why I miss it. I need some butt.
Oh.
So I'm telling you this.
Okay, this is my question. And this happens in a lot of relationships where a person knows what they want. But see, I'm going to tell you what happens. This is what happens. What happens is a person wants to want what the other person wants, right? Like the wife wants a monogamous relationship, right? And the husband wants to want what the wife wants because he feels like that's a good woman. I don't want to lose her. But at the same time, his desire is to be with other women. Then why marry the girl? Then you have to just tell a girl, but I'm going to break her heart, Clarence. But you have to. You're going to break it either now or you're going to break it later when you got 2 kids and a house and 2 vehicles to split up, right? Right? Why not tell her now and end it now or break her heart now while you don't have no children, you don't have nothing? She can get over it and go find somebody who does want to get married for real. They want to be in a real monogamous marriage. But see, man, a lot of cats, because they think, oh man, this is a good woman, I don't want to lose her. Even though I'm not ready to be with her right now. They selfish. They pretend like they really want to do this, but they know in their heart they really don't want that. They're only doing it because they don't want the other person to leave. That's unfair, in my opinion. But we gotta have this happening in business relationships. We have this in romantic relationships. We have this in all kind of different relationships where a person pretend like they show you what they really like. I'm sure this wasn't the first time this man mentioned he wanted the booty. I'm sure she knew that before she said I do, but she said I do anyway, right? That's where I'm saying is the issue, because we jump into situations like this, and then she would, when he do go out and get some booty, because he got it written all over his face, he gonna go get some sooner or later. When he do finally do it, she says she gonna divorce him, right? So only thing to stop him from doing it is the threat of her leaving the relationship. How long you think that threat's gonna last? This man look like he is like chomping at the bit. But let's listen to him more. Let's listen to him a little bit more.
And I brought this to my wife's attention, and she said no. But I'm gonna tell you right now on camera. If there's anybody out there that can help me on some booty, contact me, please. Can you do it for me?
Wow. The man said, if you can help him on some booty, contact him. What do you think is going to happen if somebody contact him and say, hey, Fleece, we got some booty for you. Got some booty for you. How long is his marriage going to be intact, right? Oh, I will never cheat on her. Oh, okay. But can you contact me if you can find me some booty, right? See, man, see, that's what I'm saying, man. This can be applied to almost any situation where a person show you who they are, but we ignore it. Because we want to make a relationship with them work so bad, we will ignore the little signs that they showing us of who they are. So then when they bust and they stop playing a role and they be exactly who they are, we like, what's going on here, right? Instead of saying, okay, I knew that was coming because I could see it. I saw it in your personality and your behavior that, the real you was on his way, right? I could see that, right? And I see the kind of person you are. So, I ain't surprised. Like, I'm hardly ever surprised about how a person roll. Typically, I'm usually pretty good judge of character on people. But sometimes I miss too. We all miss. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we want a thing to be so bad. I remember I told another YouTuber one time. He called me and said, "Hey man, what do you think about this person and that person?" And I said, both of them are sketchy, man. So you know what I mean. I said, so you know that. So and we like them. I like them. I like both of these guys, right? I said I like these guys, but they're both a little sketchy. So you know what I mean? So but the one good thing about the both of them is they telling you up front what you're gonna get if you get in bed with them. If you decide to do business with either one of these people, you know what's gonna happen. They telling you, they showing you every day. They go on panels showing you every day what they're gonna do if it goes sour, right? Right? Here come the tape conversations. Here come the emails. Here come everything you ever said to them. It's gonna be on display. So you see that. So even though we like these people, I told this person, I said we like these people. We like them. I like them, but I know what's gonna happen. So I keep my, I gotta say, hey, I gotta do my thing from over here and let them do their thing from over there, right? Some people, but every now and then somebody will slip through the cracks on me though. I'm not perfect. Every now and then somebody will slip through the cracks on me. But I'm usually, thank God, I'm usually pretty good on judging characters. So But we all got to get better on that. We all have to get better on that because, see, one day we're going to connect with somebody, man. It's going to be a problem. And then, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a real issue, like the issue that this man is presenting to his wife. Really, it's the issue that she ignored because she said, man, you know what? If I just give him the golden vagina, I'll switch him. No. This type of dude, at this age, he ain't switching nowhere. He say he want booty, right? He gonna handle it this way, he gonna handle it this way. Now, I ain't never gonna cheat on my wife, right? In one breath, he say, I ain't never gonna cheat on my wife. She knows that. Then, can you send me some pictures about booty? Well, it'll start off as pictures, then it'll get to movies, and then pretty soon you'll be in one of them chat rooms trying to hook up with somebody, right? I mean, this is common sense. This is how this thing goes. But I want you to see how bad, when a person really wants something and they try to control it because the only thing that's stopping them from pursuing it is because they don't want to lose this other person. It's not because they inside internally. And of course, the wife is probably looking at it like that's a good thing, but it's not a good thing. You holding off the inevitable. And what happens is when people can't pursue their desires, what happens is resentment builds up in them, right? Because even if you are a good person, you are good to them, but they see you as the barrier between them and their desires, no matter how foolish they are, they're going to start building this resentment to you that shouldn't even be your fault, but they're going to build up this resentment to you because you represent them not being able to accomplish their desires, right? So it's going to eventually tear the relationship down, right? You're just going to see the person that's always walking around. You're going to hear him say he's bitter because, it's going to create the bitterness because you can't fulfill your desires, or you feel like you can't, or you feel like it's going to be a problem if you do, a greater problem for you if you do it than if you don't do it, right? All right, let's get back to Fleece. Fleece says, if you can help me on this booty situation, I'll be all right. But I ain't gonna cheat on my wife, and she knows that.
Booty man, can you contact my manager and let him know that you got send us some pictures? I want to see what you got. I don't care if it's hairy or what. I miss booty. So
Wow.
if you can help me, I ain't asking for a change. I ain't asking for $2 or $3. I'm asking for some booty.
Wow.
Can you help me out on some booty?
Wow.
Any of you?
Wow.
Now y'all want to keep it real. I want to know who out there can help me get some booty, man.
Ooh.
Now I ran this across my wife. She said, "Now if I find out you doing it, we gonna divorce." But you know what? I'm gonna say it out here on camera. I believe that's what has really got me bitter out of her. The whole time I've been out of prison, man, I've been bitter for real.
Wow.
I ain't got no ass. Just a hug up on the ass. I don't give a fuck if it comes with a set of nuts or a pole hanging. Fuck that. Good ass, man.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. See, the real person gonna eventually come out, man. The person desires gonna come out. Oh, you did this in the past, okay. Most people, man, when they get to a certain age, that's just how they roll. Unless something major happens, right? Right? The coming of the Son of Man, right? What does that coming mean? What does that mean? That means coming into your heart. That means you accepting that philosophy, that way of thinking, that way of life, that discipline of doing things and understanding so you can grow in it, right? People think once you get the Bible or the Quran or the Torah, you get these books and all of a sudden you what they say, you accept Jesus today, right? You accept him in your heart, in your body, in your spirit, right? You think all your problems are gonna go away. On the contrary, on the contrary, it's the reverse. Your problem's just starting, right? But the reason why, what you do get, one of the benefits of accepting God and all of his prophets and all of his the people that promoted his teachings is that you have a way out. You have a way. You have a disciplined way to realign yourself with God and have the least amount of problems as possible. You can't say just because you accept God in your heart that, oh well, I see that's what the naive people out there think. You accept God in your heart and then all your problems just gonna float away. Because some of these preachers out here, they give it to you like that. The real ones tell you the truth. Hey man, no man, no. Well, they say this is just the beginning of sorrows, right? but if you listen, you can handle it. And then you gotta, the benefit for you is living a better life and trying to live have your children live better lives if they listen to you as well. But if they see you are a hodgepodge of failures in relationships and business, then they're gonna say, well, why should I listen to you? Well, that's their understanding, right? Everybody don't want to be a business person. Everybody don't want to be a big boss. Some people just want to come home and just make love to their wife. Some people want to just come home and, make sure their children and their husband ate a good meal. Some people don't want all that stuff because all that stuff come with being a big boss, come with big sacrifices, right? You ever seen really people that have gotten it out of the mud? Like they went from rags to riches. You ever seen what their children looks like? You ever seen what their children go through? Why? Because they're not there. They're out. Traveling or on the road, doing whatever they do to try to provide for their family. But the children can mistake their absence of the parent. They can take that and misplace that and understand that as a neglect instead of the person being out there trying to make something happen for the child. The child can take that absence, the absence of your absence because you out there on the road or doing whatever you got to do. The child can take that as misunderstand that and take that as neglect. And neglect is a form of mistreatment, right? And Minister Farrakhan taught us that mistreatment breeds anger, right? Mistreatment breeds anger. And once somebody's angry, man, who knows what they're gonna do? Because they're not thinking in their right mind anymore. They're thinking out of their anger. And they may handle a situation totally out of character because they was upset, right? I'm just bringing this all up because, we got to get better at, accepting people for who they are, including myself. Accept people for who they are. Don't, say, oh, you're bad because you did this. Why are they bad? They're only bad on your scale. On their scale, they're not bad. So try to shame them to put them on your scale. No. And then it's unfair. Sometimes, a lot of times what we do is we hold people to our standards. Oh, my standard is this. And you shouldn't do this because I wouldn't do it. But that's me. That ain't you. You would do it, right? What I need to do is observe and adjust. Okay, I see this is what you're going to do in this situation. So I'm pretty sure you'll probably do something like this in almost any situation like this. So, okay. My goal is to not put you in that situation. right? That's what I say. Anyway, a little bit more of Fleece Johnson talking about he wants somebody to help him out with some booty.
Oh my God. Let me close my eyes. This booty man is just really deeply searching for somebody that want to be nice to me. Alright? Now, if you want to know if I ever took dick in my ass or anything else, contact me. You know, we can work this out, right? What have you did? You asked me what I done done. Are you interested in me? For you.
All right, let me
Oh, yeah.
let me
Sorry, y'all. Got me
let's
gussing.
switch lanes real quick. What's you said you hustle cigarettes and drugs and whiskey.
All right, y'all. I ain't gonna get into all that, man. I really didn't want to make a long video. I just wanted to show that, you know, use this man as an example where his wife knew his situation and still she married him, right? His wife knew the situation. Wife knew that, you know, he was like a booty warrior, right? But yet she still married him. And then she goes tells him the thing that he loves to do the most, he can't do it. And then she's gonna make him feel bad by saying, "Hey, look, if you do this, I'm gonna divorce you. Why'd you marry him in the first place? His man told you I'm into the booties, and if you ain't into booties, then what are we doing getting married?" But of course, I believe, like almost all men, he will say whatever he thinks because he thinks, man, this is a good person. This is a real good person. I don't want to see this person walk out of my life. So what I'll do is I will just pretend or push it. I would pretend or make like I'm really with this, but in the back of my head, I'm not with it. I want some man butt, right? But that's not the issue whether he wants the man butt or not. The issue is that's what he want, and he should have told her up front, right? And he should have been adamant that, hey, and at the same time, because you can't put it all on him, at the same time, she had to open her eyes and say, okay, this man showed me what he was about. He showed me what he was about. I'm the one that tried to convert him into being something that he wasn't by threatening him with divorce if he do it. This is this is how he roll. We got to be like that, man. We got to be like, man, somebody, this how they roll, this how they roll. Can't subject them and put them on your scale and say, well, you wrong because my scale say you wrong. No. You observe and adjust. Observe and adjust. You observe how they roll and you adjust your behavior accordingly. Right? That'll keep us out of trouble at least. I think so. A lot of trouble. Anyway, y'all, this is what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? We see so many occasions where we as people, we would not what's the word I want to use? We not paying attention enough to where we can recognize when something's bad and it's a bad thing and we need to not be involved with it. Right? We just out here floating, flipping and flopping, not realizing that, hey man, you know, and then we want to get mad at the other person for when they do something out of, you know, off the wall, out of pocket. We get mad at that person when that person already showed us what they was down, what they was about. You watch how they get down, you watch how they roll, and then you mad. Why you mad? You shouldn't get mad. You shouldn't get mad at nobody but yourself because you tried to sell yourself that this person wasn't like that. I see this a lot. I see this a lot. So, hopefully this is something that can help us to not put people, not judge other people, and definitely not expect things from people when they show us up front the type of person they are. And then we're gonna get mad at them because they don't respond or react the way we want to them to respond and react, over things. So yeah, nah, let's stop it, y'all. Let's just say, hey, look, the only person you can hold accountable, really and truly, is yourself. You can only hold yourself accountable. And as an example, if you want to hold other people accountable, then you can use yourself as an example to show them how they can be held accountable and still move forward. But that's all. You can't hold another human being accountable for nothing, because you can punish them, you can do whatever you can shame them, but that ain't holding them accountable. That's just you. You are projecting your dissatisfaction onto them. The only way that works is if they are in agreement with you that they did wrong, and they're in agreement that they should change, and they're in agreement with that. But most of the time, it's not. You think, hey, I'm just going to punish them into deterring that behavior. But it's just, as you can see with this lady here, it's not working. It worked for a little while, but after a while, especially a booty warrior like this, they're going to go for theirs, right? Sooner or later, man, this dude going to get out of pocket, man. He going to go do what he got to do. He said booty was the one thing that he wanted to do the most. Okay. And now he can't do it because he married. I know you rethinking that situation, saying, man, if I hadn't married this girl, I'd be getting booty. But I ain't getting booty because I'm trying to be something that I'm not. Watch out for people trying to be something that they're not. All right, y'all. That's it. Peace.